Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV playing on the Xbox One console. This is a brand new map for us. This is Westbridge Hills, a nice American map. All right, so I just stepped off the train in Westbridge Hills. Waiting at the train station. Oh, there's my truck over there. All right, let's hop in our Lizard pickup. Take a little tour around Westbridge Hills. There's a payphone there. That's great. One thing I did notice, we have railroad tracks running from one end of the town to the other. A railroad loading station right there, but no actual train. So I'm thinking somebody may have left something out of the map accidentally. I'm not sure. I don't really see the need for railroad tracks or a loading station for the train if we don't actually have a train. Maybe that will come in another update. For now, let's jump in our Lizard pickup here and we'll take a little tour around Westbridge Hills. It's a very, very well laid out map. The roads are nice and wide, as you can see. There's lots to look at, lots of scenery, a lot of detail went into this map. I am very pleased. I do believe this just came out today. Maybe we're not allowed to drive through the park, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around. Let's take a quick detour over this wooden bridge over the pond. Drive through this neighborhood real quick. That guy doesn't have a garage. He's got a machine shed. All right. Lots to look at, lots to see, lots to do. So we are starting out with $70,000 and 2 plots of land. We just have to make our way to the farm. We're going to be driving through a residential area now. Looks nice. These fields are nice and big. You can actually make some pretty big super fields, but I think we're going to stay away from that on this map. This is also our first map in Seasons, which just came out at 4 a.m. this morning here in Canada, and yours truly was up at 4 a.m. actually 3:45 a.m. with coffee in hand, ready to go. Ran the update for the Xbox One console and installed Seasons without any issues. Works great, if you were wondering. It's fantastic. We will be taking a look at the Seasons menu shortly once we get to the farm. Right now we're just going to continue our little tour. It's good to see traffic driving on dirt roads on this map. All right, nice big fields, lots of crop capabilities. We are going to have to get used to the Seasons mod. There's certain times of the year that we can plant our crops and certain times of the year we can germinate and harvest. So we are going to have to keep an eye on that. That's new for us as well. Yeah, so far we have just the starting equipment at our farm with some, this guy's driving really slow. I'm just going to go around you. We've got some starting equipment at our farm, I believe 3 tractors, a harvester, a corn header, a tipper, 2 cultivators for some reason or other. We've got 2 cultivators and a seeder. So we are going to get things moving once we get to the farm. I do believe there's lots of crops already in the silo as well, so we'll be selling those. Here is another train loading station. Oh, there's a train. Switch to trains is on, but I did not see any trains. Can we just manually enter this one? Nope, we cannot. Well, that's a lovely show train that holds no farming relevance whatsoever. All right. I was so excited for Seasons this morning, I almost can't wait for it to snow. I just want to fast forward time until we get to some snow. But I'm going to exercise a little patience and self-control, and we will wait until the snow season comes. Right now, here's an animal pen. That's good. We'll wait until the seasons change. We want to We want to cultivate some fields and plant some crops before we do that. Oh, a little bit of shady area. Let's turn some headlights on here. Up this hill. I'm happy that this isn't just a flat map. There are some hills and valleys, mountains and stuff to climb and drive over. That's fantastic. Very, very nice. I like this map. It is seasons ready. This is Westbridge Hills, founded in the mod hub this morning. Looks like a new addition. Haven't seen any videos on it yet, so I thought I would get a jump on it. And then, well, there's an ATM machine in case we need it. I thought I'd get a jump on things and do a quick little video and map tour of Westbridge Hills for you. This is taking the place of Oakfield Farms. We're going to stop Oakfield. I'm getting kind of tired of doing the same thing over and over on Oakfield, so we're just going to cut that out and replace it with Westbridge Hills. Continuing our drive through the American countryside. All of the buildings are remarkably detailed. A lot of work went into this map. I'm very happy. Oh, you even got some oil derricks. Wouldn't be Middle America without some oil derricks. All right. Let's drive in. That farm's got to be around here somewhere. Big fields. Big, long, some narrow, some wide. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right. Some of you may remember Westbridge Hills way back in Farming Simulator 2013, I believe it was. Westbridge Hills made its debut, and now it's being brought back to FS19, which is great because this is a wonderful looking map. There's another animal pen here. Looks like cows or pigs. It's a wonderful looking map. Very nicely laid out. I'm loving the colors. That's a big biogas plant too. Fantastic. Lots of silage. Great potential for this map. All right, we should be nearing the farm. There's another guy without a garage and using machine sheds. All right, looks good though. I like it. Very, very nice. Where are we? Oh, we're way down here. All right, let's try and make our way to the farm. Let's see what we're dealing with. And let's get started on Westbridge Hills. Starting as a new farmer, 2 plots of land and $100,000. We spent $30 on the truck. So we do need to make some money back right away. So I'm thinking we'll start machine inventory, see what we have, and then we'll get some workers to cultivate and seed our fields if need be. We'll see what needs to be done, and then we'll sell all those crops that are in the silo and make our money back from the cost of the truck and the cost of the seed. We also need a seed station and a fertilizing station as well, so we'll add those to the farm as soon as we figure out where it is. Oh, this is the shop here, nice and big. Doesn't look like any machines will get stuck coming out of there, especially the larger harvesting type machines. All right, and we are coming up to the farm right now. There's our silo. Let's just pull in here. All right, so we've got a silo with crops already in it. Here's our starting equipment. We've got a gas station there on the right. Look at that, a seed tank, John Deere tractor. Let's just park and we'll get out and we'll have a look at all this stuff one by one. We'll take a little bit of inventory. There's looks like a water station and whatever the blue one is. I know the red one is water. All right, let's figure this out. Where are we going? Nice, we got a little sunken in farm with a nice rock retaining wall. Very nice. Very nicely detailed map. If I can remember who the map maker was, hats off to you, sir. It's a fantastic looking map. Westbridge Hills, just out in the mod hub today. All right, so let's park this truck. We'll get out and we'll survey the situation, figure out what's going on, and we'll see what we have to deal with here. We'll give a quick equipment rundown. Just the standard green tipper. I can see that from over here. Looks like a 21,000 capacity. That's good. We've got a JCB all-wheel steering tractor. All right, so I guess what we're going to do is there's an equipment shed should be right around here, right on the other side somewhere. Let's just start putting some equipment away, and then as we put it away, we'll give it a brief description and what we're talking about. Where is that shed? Oh, it's disappeared. Oh, it appeared in front of my very eyes. Let's just take the long way. All right. Easy enough to get all the equipment through. That's good. There's the shed right there. Let's just start putting some equipment away because we are in seasons mode now. We don't want our equipment to get snowed on. It's a little too early to be buying snow removal equipment just yet. I think right before winter hits, we will maybe buy a front-loading attachment for one of these tractors and a bucket to plow some snow. There's bound to be some snowplow contracts as well. As I said before, Westbridge Hills is season ready. It's a fantastic looking map. What is this? Looks like to be a front or rear seed tank. All right, through the process of elimination, it is not a rear seed tank. It's probably the front loading one. All right, we've got other stuff in the way here. Let's get rid of this. We got here a cultivator. Stera ST Max 180. These are nice little tractors. They don't go that fast and they're not that powerful, but they're nice. And look at that, we've got a fertilizer spreader with 2 tanks. All right, so we'll just put that in here. We've got a very long machine haul here, so we'll just start piling some stuff up at the front door to keep it out of the way. Perfect. That looks good right there. All right, looks like we've got to get this John Deere out of the way first. It's obviously a John Deere tractor. You can tell just by looking at it. It's a John Deere 6230R with the cultivator already attached to the back. All right, so we'll get rid of that. So we've got 2 cultivators and 2 fields. I'm guessing we can just have 2 workers at the same time cultivate both fields simultaneously. We could sell it, but we might need it, so we'll just hold on to it. It was included in the map, so it didn't really cost us anything. All right, hey, look at that. It's a front-loading seed tank. All right, so seed tank on the front, full of seed, and sower at the back. All right, we'll just put this at the front as well. That way it's out of the way. We won't hit it or damage it in any way, shape, or form. I say that now, but we probably will run into it at some point. All right, what's next? Let's get this equipment out of the way. This likes to be another cultivator with ridge markers. I like using ridge markers. I'm not sure if anyone else out there watching uses ridge markers, but it gives you, if you start on one edge of the field and then deploy your ridge marker to the right. Let's say you start on the left side of the field. You deploy the ridge marker to the right side of the tractor. It gives you a nice line in the dirt to follow for the next pass, and then so on and so forth. You just have to keep switching between ridge markers, right and left. Otherwise, the left one will leave a dirt line in the field that you just cultivated. So you have to be careful with the ridge markers. Always switch back and forth between right and left. All right, we've got a Kuhn STF sower, which works in tandem with the seed tank. So we can't actually fill up the sower. We have to attach the seed tank. So those 2 items go hand in hand. So that's good. It's a good thing we've got a seed tank if we've got a sower that can't actually hold any seeds. So that's perfect. Let's park that bad boy right here. Oh, a little too overzealous with the gas. Here we go. And we've just got the 3 tractors. Okay. So let's park the 3 tractors in here, and there should be a harvester around here too somewhere. See it on the map, but we haven't run into it yet. The harvester with a header, I believe it's a John Deere harvester with a corn header, of all things. We've started with a corn header, So I'm not sure if we're going to be planting corn or not. All right, let's jump into JCB and we will put you in the shed as well, sir. And then we'll come back for the Stera and then we'll hoof it over to the pickup truck and try and track down this harvester. All right, a little closer to the John Deere than we can fit. Just want to make sure we fit everything and we get one more tractor, a harvester, and a header to put in here somewhere. All right, let's grab that Stera tractor. So that's good. We've got 3 tractors and a harvester. So that means in a couple of minutes we can have 1 tractor cultivating, 1 tractor seeding, and another tractor hauling around the tipper selling the crops that we've already got stored in the silo, which is good. So we can have 2 workers and then myself driving the tipper selling all the crops. Let's just whip this around real quick, park everything nice and neat, keep it all out of the seasons, so to speak. It's day 1, it's early spring, it's 8:30 in the morning. We've got lots of time to plant and fertilize before the seasons change. All right, let's grab that other tractor and then we will see what else. No, sorry, we got all the tractors. We're going to find the harvester. So we've got to get in our pickup truck, track down the harvester, and then see what we're dealing with there. All right, the pickup truck is here. Loving this map, loving it. It's very well laid out, very, very detailed. You can tell a lot of time and effort went into this map. It's just fantastic. All right, looking at the map there, the harvester should be around here somewhere. Right over here. Now this is our house. Someone's car is in our driveway. The iconic American flag in the front yard. Welcome to Westbridge Hills. And I don't think we can go in here. I think we're just going to be sleeping here. Let's just check this out. Nice. Old folks rocking chairs on the front porch. Yeah, we're just going to be sleeping here. Hey, there's the harvester. All right, we got a nice little yard, flower pots, laundry on the line. Perfect. It is a John Deere harvester. All right. And a John Deere corn header. So we've got a John Deere 608C. I'm pretty sure this is 10,000 liter capacity. And then we've just attached our John Deere corn header as well. Let's take this and we'll put this in the shed because there's nothing to harvest at the moment. All right. I think we'll just put the header on the left side of the shed here beside the seed tank. We're not going to be needing the header for a while yet. We'll just stick this here. There we go. And then we'll just back the harvester into the harvesting spot. And then we'll see what's next. I think we should have a look at the seasons console map. Let's have a look at this and we'll give you a quick rundown of what Seasons has to offer when you install this mod. So these are your time frames. Each season is broken down into 9 days. So we're going with the 9-day season. You can see days 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 9. The green is the planting season. The yellow is the harvest season. So you can see all your crops are laid out for optimal planting and harvesting seasons. So you can plant crops. Let's say we want to do wheat. You can plant wheat anywhere from day 1 to 9 in early spring. And then the next season you can plant or harvest days 7 to 9 and then into autumn days 1 to 3 and then all the way to 9 as well. And you can see that there's blacked out periods where there is no crops and there is no harvesting allowed during those seasons. So you want to carefully plan what you're going to be planting, right? All right. And then, of course, you've got your temperatures beside the crop there for optimal germination. to ensure that your crops grow properly. All right, so on the next screen, you have your temperatures, your type of temperature, your maximum, your average, and your minimum temperature as to which crops can grow. And on your main heads-up display screen, you'll see a temperature displayed so you can match that temperature with the optimal growing periods for each crop. And here you see frost resistance and drought resistance. You want to take this into account when you're planting your crops as well. And you want to plant your crops around the time of season. So if you're planting close to the winter, you want something with a high frost resistance and a low drought resistance, or vice versa. This is the animal console. We don't have any animals yet, so that's slightly irrelevant. These are optimal selling times for your crops according to the season that you're in. So you can store the crops in your silo until the crop has either reached its maximum or at a selling point that you are comfortable selling your crops at. So you can see whether it's the lowest point and then the highest point. So you want to keep your crops in your silo until they reach the optimal selling point where you make the most money. And then we have a crop rotation planner where you can just like a notepad, I'm guessing, you can just set out a schedule for your crops. Let's say you're growing wheat in one season and canola in another season, you can map that out for yourself. And then just the simple settings screen. Obviously, we're going to leave the snow on. We want to get the full effect of season, so everything is on. This is our Stera Max tractor. All right. What are we going to do? We're going to cultivate that one field, and then we're going to see if we need to cultivate or seed the other field. So that way we can map out a plan to get this season going. It's early spring. We can plant just about anything. Let's see here. Oh, we need seed and fertilizer. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy a seed tank and a fertilizing tank, possibly a liquid fertilizing tank because we have a liquid fertilizing attachment. We'll just put this over here by the water station. Let's put it right here by the barn. Get in there. There we go. And we don't want to disturb that nozzle, so we'll put the liquid fertilizing tank on the other side of that nozzle. Then if something needs to be filled from the hayloft, we can just back the truck up to it instead of driving up lengthways. It's really not that big of a deal. All right, seed and fertilizer is in, so now we need to pick a job to do. What are we going to do first? Cultivate or seed? I think we're going to cultivate. All right, let's pick a tractor. Let's go with the John Deere. We'll attach a cultivator to this one. I think we'll use the one with the ridge marker, but we're not going to use the ridge markers because we're just going to set a worker to it so we can prepare that other field as well. So we've got two fields, 16 and 17. 16 is a medium-sized field, and 17 looks to be a large field. It's got some little L-shaped contours to it. So I think we'll go to 16 first, and we'll start the cultivator here because this field needs to be cultivated, I believe. You can tell just by looking at the dirt that cultivation needs to take place. We'll just jump out of the tractor real quick and we'll check the soil. All right, so it is 0% fertilized. It was growing sunflowers, so we do need to cultivate after that sunflower harvest because we cannot directly seed anything but sunflowers. I don't think I want to plant sunflowers just yet. So I think we're just going to cultivate. Let's line up this tractor. We'll cultivate a few feet by ourselves. We'll hire the worker and then jump out of the tractor. And we will move on to something else. All right. Shouldn't take that long, even with this narrow cultivator. 3 meters, I believe. All right. All right, let's hop out. And the worker looks like he knows what he's doing. It's almost right to the edge. That's okay. No harm, no foul. We'll get it next time. All right, worker, have fun. Cultivate my field for me. Let's go grab another tractor and we'll go check out that other field, field number 17. All right, a brisk walk back to the shed. We'll grab another tractor and that other cultivator, and we'll drive it up there just in case we need to cultivate that field. If not, we'll just drive it back and grab the sower and the seed tank, and then we'll see what we're going to plant. I'm thinking already, I had a brief look at this off camera, and I think we're going to be planting canola. So it will be worth quite a bit in the autumn when it's time to harvest, and trying to predict the price. We should make quite a few thousand off of the canola, but we need to check and see if that field needs to be cultivated first. We'll grab this small cultivator and we'll head on up to field number 17. All right, here's that little L thing I was talking about. Okay, just got to make sure that we, when we hire the worker, everything gets done properly. All right, does this need to be cultivated? It does not. I don't think this needs to be cultivated at all. Let's check the map. Where are we? Oh, we are down here. Okay. No, only 16 needed to be cultivated, but both these fields need to be plowed. That's one thing we don't have is a plow. So we're going to plant. All right, so it has been cultivated. We're cultivating 16 right now. So now we're ready to seed. We'll plant maybe after this harvest, or maybe during the winter season when we can't plant. So we'll plow then. For now, let's drive this unneeded cultivator back to the shed. We'll grab the seeder and the seed tank, and we'll fill up the seed tank, and then we'll plant some canola. All right, that's one less thing we have to do, but we do have to plow both of those fields, so we'll get that done at a later date. All right, everything's very nicely close together. Whoops, almost smoked the fence there with that. You can see that machine shed just automatically appear off in the distance. That's good. I like it. Very pleased with this map so far. All right, so we'll just leave this guy here. We'll park the Stera and we'll use the John Deere. Because I don't think the Stera has a front-loading attachment for the seed tank. That's right, it does not. I remember from when we first got here, we can't use the Stera tractor for the seed tank. So we'll just leave this right here. We'll grab the JCB. I said John Deere earlier, I meant the JCB, and we'll attach the seeder and the seed tank to the front and back of this JCB tractor. And then we'll get going with seeding, and then we can start selling all of these crops that are in the shed. Regardless of the time period this year, I'd like to sell them all just so we have a little bit more money. We're down to $53,000 with the addition of the seed tank and the fertilizing tank. So, and the purchase of that Lizard pickup, which I guess maybe in hindsight we don't really need at this point, but we couldn't really walk from the train station to the farm, so we had to purchase something. Maybe we'll look at selling it later on down the road. Who knows? Let's get some seed in this tank right now. Shouldn't cost too much. There we go. Perfect. So we're set to wheat, but we're going to change it to canola, I believe. We'll have a quick look at that once we get to the field. It's water and herbicide, I want to say. Whoops. Cannot hit the seed tank with the sower. That did not look good. Ooh, big jump. Slow down. There we go. We'll start on this little L-shaped portion right here so it's not a far walk back to the shed. And then we'll attach the tipper and Stera tractor, and then we'll start selling some crops. All right, so let's have a look at this again. Seasons menu, okay, and then there we go. Let's have a look. So canola can be planted now on day 1 of early spring, and then it can be harvested at the end of summer on day 7 through 9. All right, so that looks good. I'm happy with that. And the price of canola, let's see, will be its most expensive on day 9. All right, so we can certainly do that. It can be harvested and sold in the same day, which is fantastic. That works out for us. So we'll switch this. It's okay. It's switched to canola, and we are off to the races. Let's lower the seed tank, and then we'll switch back to the sower and lower the sower. Oh, now we will lower the sower so that seed actually goes into it. There we go. And now we're sowing canola. Perfect. This is going to be a big field of canola. It might take a little bit with this narrow sower, so we'll let the worker handle that. And then we will jog briefly back to the machine shed here. We'll jump in the Stera tractor, attach the tipper, and we'll empty out these silos and sell them at the various places around the map that are paying the most for those crops. I do believe we have several thousand liters of wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, and corn. So we're going to be selling those 6 crops. Why don't we turn on some music and we will watch me sell crops in time-lapse mode. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you haven't already done so, click that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Like and share this video, and click that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll check back with you closer to the end of the video. All right, folks, so the crops are all sold now. We've got $136,000. Let's check in on the workers. Just in time. This guy is just about done cultivating. That is fantastic. All right. Let's go check on the seeder. He'll be done in a couple of minutes, just at the end of this row. Where's the seeder? There he is. Oh, wow. He's still got lots of seed left. 62%, and he's about 50% done. So we should be able to get this whole field seeded with this one fill. That is fantastic. All right, let's finish up with this worker here. We'll park him back in the machine shed, and we'll check back in with the seed worker one more time. You'll notice that when we were dropping off all of those crops, that the Stera tractor really wasn't powerful enough to go up the hill to the mill or to the ranch. So I don't think we will be using the Stera tractor to drop off any more crops. Maybe we should just use that for cultivating or seeding. Actually, we can't even use it for seeding because we can't attach the tank to the front. So we'll have to figure something out, maybe use the John Deere to deliver crops, or maybe, I don't know, trade one of these in for a larger tractor. For now, let's throw a quick repair job on the cultivator just to see how much wear and tear that one field took out of it. Shouldn't be a lot, but it's always good to check anyway. Oh, wow, not a lot at all. $3 in maintenance fees. So we could use the hell out of that cultivator before we actually have to repair it. That's good. But I guess, you know, $3 each field, it really isn't a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things. So I don't think we need to worry about that. All right, folks. Well, that is going to wrap up this video. This was Farming Simulator 19, played on the Xbox One console with the Seasons modification installed. This is Westbridge Hills. Brand new map that just came out on the Mod Hub today. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button for me in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Like and share this video and ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. For now, this is JCTV saying, see you later.